Hi guys,
and welcome back to Harmony's Happenings.
Right now we are in a cafe, so you can probably hear Bohemian Rhapsody and Queen in the background, but and you also might hear people walking in and out of the room.
Occasional passerbys.
Yes, it is quite awkward. But speaking of awkward, that is the theme of today's video. Our most embarrassing and most awkward stories of our time in Korea. And trust me, we have a lot.
Okay, so one thing that you must know before you ever come to Korea is the toilets. So let me just tell you, Korean toilets are very weak and lots of them can't even handle toilet paper.
Yes.
So you have to take the toilet paper and you put it into there's a hijitong, there's a
Trash can.
Yes. There's a trash can just for your tissues that you use when you do your business.
Yes.
Yeah, so every time you go, you always put them in there. In most places, a lot of places are changing these days, so you can put them in the toilet. Most places you put it in there, so they're
But
very
do not
weak.
assume.
So one day, I was actually with Harmony, and we were on our way back from a program that we had just done, and I needed to go to the bathroom in the station. And this is a pretty old station, not one of the new ones, so toilet paper is a no-go. But they always have a little sign telling you if you can put it in the toilet or if you have to throw them away separately. But I didn't read the sign, so I just, being the American I am, I just threw it in the toilet and flushed. And everything, it went down fine. But when the water came back, the water didn't stop coming.
Oh my god.
It kept going and going for a minute, and water was just overflowing from the toilet and spilled out underneath the gap in the stall. It was into the hallway of bathrooms. There's water everywhere. I was so embarrassed. I did not know what to do.
Oh, and again, she was with me. So as I'm waiting outside of the bathroom, I get a bunch of frantic text message from June. Okay, so she goes, I pressed the flush button, but the water didn't stop coming. Next message. It kept going for a minute. Next message. And there's water all over the floor now. Next message. I can't leave the stall. Oh my god. She said, OMG, I don't want to get out.
I was so embarrassed. It was at a busy time during the weekend, so there was a long line of people waiting for the bathroom. So the second, you can tell which stall the water's coming from. So this is the second that I leave the stall, everybody would know that it was me.
Yeah,
Oh
I told her, I was just leave and come out. You'll never be back at this station again. And she was like, let me just wait so there's no spectators.
Yeah, I wanted, the reason I wanted to wait, I waited about 5 minutes before I ended up leaving the stall, but I just wanted to wait 5 minutes so the people who saw, the water, coming out wouldn't know that it was from me. I could just be a person that, went in and was oh, this stall isn't right, let me go find another one, you know? So, I waited 5 minutes, and then I just dashed out and washed my hands so fast and just left.
So, again, people literally roam everywhere in Korea, because even if you miss a crosswalk, you're gonna be late. You miss your transfer station, you're gonna get there 20 minutes late. Also, there are quite a few videos where Junhee showed up late to Korean class, so we made her sing or do a dance. I'll probably put that right here.
It happened 2 or 3 times.
3 times. I've never had to do it. So the other day I was going up to the club period that I had for my school right after lunch, just running up the stairs trying to not be late again. And no offense to the school that I go to, but their floors are dirty and they're so dusty, and my shoes are so slippery, I can't get any grip on the floors. And again, just to preface, in Korea you have you're in this grade, then you have your sonbae and then the hubei, so it's very
seniors, your seniors and your juniors,
upperclassmen, underclassmen. And anyways, so you have to address the older people with more respect and even different words, and then the younger people is informal, yeah, very You don't have to do that. And so anyways, I was like running up the stairs and I was like, oh, these hube, they're in my way, right? You know, I'm just like up there, like, you know, standing right there. So I'm just like running, trying to go quick. And I fall like right in front of them. Like I almost hit them with my body. Like that's how close I fell to them. And like I dropped all my stuff and they like picked it up and gave it to me. They don't even know if I speak Korean or not. I'm just like, come on. Like, and then I run off and I was like, I was so sad. I was just like, oh, why did this happen to me? Anyways, there's lots of falling stories just because we ride the subway and all of that. There was another time. So sometimes if, like, when the subway doors are closing.
I know this story.
Okay, when the subway doors are closing, like, sometimes you can make it in. You're not supposed to. You're just supposed to, like, stand right in front of it and, like, stop when you hear them. But, like, I didn't know that. And I was like, actually, I didn't know that. I just wanted to get on my train. I was running late again. So I, like, was running down the stairs. I, like, almost get there. And I get half of my body, like, into the doors.
Isn't this how you had your backpack?
Yes, and then it closed on me, like, halfway, like, this. But the thing is, I couldn't squeeze myself, like, it didn't open. Most of the time, if, like, somebody's there, it'll close and then open. So I couldn't, like, squeeze myself back in. It was, like, just halfway enough where I was a little bit more out than I was in. So there's just like the Ajumma, the Ajusi, like the old like woman and old guys there, and like they just saw me, and I like squeezed myself out, and then I just had to sit there and wait for the next train. It was so embarrassing. Like if I had made it in, it'd be like, oh, good job, like wow, you made it.
Honestly,
that was
me
a
too.
close
Like
one.
I see people like
I'm
struggling to get on,
and I'm like, yes,
yeah, and I'm like,
you did amazing.
made it. Unless I like it when they get in. And it's like and then it closes like right after. But like sometimes like I'll see people like get in and the doors are closing and then it opens because of them. But like I know like it's
That's
not like
cheating.
It's not delaying the train, but I just sit there and I'm like, really, who done it this time? Like you really just delayed my train. We could have left by now.
But
which
like,
is like
if
not
you
the
make
case.
it, I'm like, wow, good job.
Good for you. Especially when it's like ladies with their kids. I'm like, wow. You go, girl.
Today, there was a lady, like, we got on the train, and then she was, like, yelling to her kid, and then the door is shut.
Yeah, so she got on
and
the
she
train,
was, like,
but,
knocking on the window.
Yeah, her kids were on, like, the other side. I was...
Oh, that was sad.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I hope they, like, found each other.
if you're watching this, we support you. You're not watching this. Anyways.
Sorry. Okay, so... moving on to the next story, obviously, like me and Harmony, we came here together to learn Korean. So
that means we weren't that good when we started. Yeah. I mean, you guys probably know.
I'm still not that good, but like...
You guys probably know, but I knew nothing before this. Like, I knew how to say hello, apple, teacher, and like book. She knew a lot more than I did, but you know, we still struggle. Like, even if you've been studying for a while, you can't know all the words in the language.
Every day. You make mistakes every day, but that's how you learn, so it's okay. But this day, so I was talking to one of my friends, and I was like, it was a new friend, so we still like didn't know that much about each other. We were just like exchanging like information and stuff. So he was curious about like my family like back in the States. I have a lot of siblings, so when I like said that, it's not common for like families to have lots of kids. Like people do not have that much kids here. So it was like kind of strange to him that like there's like 5 kids in my family. But yeah, so he's just like, wow, like that's a lot of kids. And I was just like, well, actually, you see, my sister here is adopted.
That's what she meant to say.
That's what I meant to say. So, like, adopt is, like, 입양하다. But, like, instead of saying that, I said, like, 이별하다, which is, like, saying... It's like saying, like, goodbye, but, like, from like, what I understand from it, it's not, like, just, like, saying goodbye. It's, like, saying, like last farewells. Like, you're never gonna see them again, like
maybe, she died.
Yeah, like, somebody to somebody that died or somebody you're never gonna see again, like... It's like 이별하다. So I got them mixed up, and I told him that like I had basically like said goodbye to like my sister because we adopted her, my older sister, when I was 6. So he was like, wow, like you lost your sister at like such a young age. Like he didn't say that to me, but like that's like what he was obviously thinking. So he asked me, he was like, wow, are you okay? Like that must have been like a hard time. And I was like, I was so concerned. Like, why is he saying this? Like my sister's adopted. Like she didn't die. Like of course I'm fine. Like she's just adopted. Like it's been like 10 years now. We're super close. Like she's my real sister. And why is he so concerned for me? But yeah, I was just like, nah, it's totally chill. Like I'm perfectly fine. Like why would
so
I
casually
be sad?
she was like,
why
oh,
would I
my
be
sister
sad?
just died. Like
Yeah, like I was like, now I look back to it and I'm just like, wow, he probably thought I was so heartless.
Oh,
like,
God.
Yeah, my sister died. Huh, no big deal. I'm totally fine. Living my life to the fullest. I don't need her. But
I have a few of those. And probably not that bad, but like the first week I like got one vowel wrong. So anytime like my host mom would be like, oh, do you want some of this like food? I was like, tigum instead of togum. I was like, now. I want it now. Like not I want it just a little bit. I was like, yes, I want it now. And I did that quite a few times before they realized like what I was trying to say. So they probably thought I was really bratty and just like being like, now. I want it now. Like I want my food and I want it now. Anyways, I just thought of one of the most embarrassing experiences I had in Korea, and it was the first night that I was with my host family in Korea, and we were all just like eating snacks and stuff. They had like prepared stuff, set them out, and I was like, I didn't know Korean, still don't know that much, but like I didn't know Korean very well or like any names for things, so I was just like asking my host dad, what is that and what is that, and he would like tell me in English, you know. But they were eating grapes, and they eat like, I don't know, they eat grapes different here, maybe, I don't know, pesticides or something. But so what
the grapes are just, they're different kinds of grapes, so the skin is really thick.
Yeah, and it's easy to take out. So like what you do is you like hold it and you like bite, but you like peel the skin off and you put it in a plate. And so anyways, what like I did, I was like, oh, grapes, cool. So I like ate some. I didn't take off the skin though. But then I was like, oh, what is that? And they're like, oh, those are grapes. It was the plate of skins. And so I was like, my little host brother had been like taking, like eating the grapes and like putting the skins there. And it's in your mouth, like the skin is. And so I go to reach for it. I was like, I mean, this is the best sort of exchange student, but I was like, oh, I've never seen that before, but I'll try it. Like, you know, I hadn't seen him, like, putting the skins there. It's like, new food, I'll try it, it's my first night. So, like, pick up the skin, I go to, like, eat it, and everyone in the house goes like, no, like, you don't eat that. And I was like, what? I was like, what am I doing wrong? And they're like, that's the skin. And then they had to teach me how to eat grapes. It just made me feel like such a baby. Like, I don't know anything in this country. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. And I am still, like, figuring out this YouTube thing. So if you want to, like, suggest anything or give me comments on anything else I can do.
Down below.
And hit the bell next to the subscribe.
Smash the like.
Gosh.
We're gonna try and get this video to 1 million likes. We can do it, gang.
No.
And now, on to the video.
This is an ending.
I don't care.